Hey everybody, Ivan here. Today, we're going to jump into the world of website building, and we're going to be comparing some of the most popular platforms out there, Webflow and WordPress. Both platforms are known for their ability to create stunning websites. However, there are differences between the two platforms. Thus, by the end of this video, you should have a pretty clear idea of strengths and weaknesses when it comes to each of the platforms, and you'll be able to use that information to build your next project. Now, if you guys want to follow with what I'm doing, there's going to be an exclusive link down in the description where you can actually check it out, and it's also going to give you a pretty nice discount with starting with WordPress and Webflow. Now, we do got to host our website somewhere. So first, let's start off with Hostinger. Here, we can easily claim the deal. And for most of you that are watching, I would either go with the premium or the business plan. The reason behind it is cloud startup is just huge. And if you're looking to build your first website or start working on your venture, the premium or the business plans are going to be just right for you. Now, as we scroll down, we can actually see that some of the features are not included in one plan versus the other. As we can see right off the bat, the CDN is included in the business plan, but on the premium. And I think a big one for you is going to be anything e-commerce related. Like for example, you can have the basic WooCommerce with the business plan, but there's nothing included within a premium version. Again, other categories are kind of similar with the business version just being a little higher than the premium version. But here's a general rule of thumb. If you guys are looking to have something business related or you want to sell something, go for the business plan. You kind of need those features. But if you're looking just to have a blog, there's no need for it. Just go with the premium version and you'll be just fine. And if you're massive, oh man, the cloud startup version might be a right fit for you. So for this example, let's just go ahead and get started with the premium version. So after we were able to add it to cart, we can actually see our savings accelerate the longer we hold our plan for. With the 48-month one being the best option, as it gives you 2 months for free and even the free domain for the first year. But at the same time, the 12-month and the 24-month also give you a free domain, so that 1 month is just not a good deal at all. And look, I know it's kind of scary, right? Signing up for something super long term, and that's why there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so that can make it much easier for you guys to make your choice and actually try out the service. So let's go ahead and just go for the 48th month plan. So let's go ahead and create our account. So let's use our email right over here. I'm going to use Ivan Brzezinko. Here's my password. Ready to go. Let's input our payment information, first and last name, our address. And once we've been able to input all of our information in, what I do is to go ahead and enter the code my first website, and that's going to save you a little bit more cash. And there you go. From here, you're actually ready to check out and go from there. And from here, once we've entered all of our financial information, go ahead and press submit secure payment, and you're going to be ready to go. And once that has gone through, all we got to do is just answer some basic questions. So who's this website for? It's going to be for myself. You want to create or migrate a website? We do want to create. And because this is a WordPress video versus Webflow, we are going to choose WordPress. Let's enter our password right over here. Let's go ahead and make it a blog. Now, both templates and themes are going to be really good, as it's going to allow to have something already pre-built for you where you can just edit it in accordance to what you're looking for your website. So let's go ahead and go with the themes. Press next. And from here, let's just select the theme that we want to use. For this example, I'm just going to use Astra. Now, here's the big thing about WordPress. It kind of relies on plugins. And without those, the whole experience can be really tough. So we're going to go through a couple of ones that I personally suggest in order to make your guys' experience much easier. But for now, let's just enter it manually. Now, if you guys are just getting started, the whole purpose of the website is for people to go on it. However, going on your guys' website is really tough when you don't even know about it in the first place. And that's where plugins like Yoast SEO make it much easier for you guys to stand out in a crowd of digital assets on the internet. The other one that I'd really suggest is going to be Elementor. And the reason I like it so much is that it makes it much more straightforward to build your guys' website on WordPress, because at times it can get really confusing. And that's the thing, right? Without themes and plugins, using WordPress can be really tough. So you got to make sure you find the best plugins and themes that are going to be suited for your guys' website. However, once you're able to master those, the whole experience becomes much easier. And look, I hear you. I know I'm not going as much in depth when it comes to plugins and themes as I should have, because the point of this video is to compare WordPress to Webflow. However, on this channel, we'll make videos exactly about these kind of topics, so we have more videos like this that explain the whole process and how it works. So for the sake of time, let's go ahead and skip this part and select our domain. I'm gonna go ahead and make it Ivan Brzezinko website. Boom. And IvanBrzezinkoWebsite.com is available for the first year. And it's trying to register, just asking about the basic details. And boom, we're gonna be ready to go. And now it's registering our domain. And let's say our blog audience lives in Arizona. And boom, we are ready to go. So if we want to go ahead and access our website, all we gotta do is go to WordPress, go to overview, go to the admin panel, and we're gonna be ready to go. And boom, there you guys have it. We covered the basics of WordPress. But now let's take a look at the other software called Webflow. And again, same drill applies. So make sure to check out the link down in the description so you guys can follow along with me. Let's go ahead and get started for free. And now I have so many accounts, so I'm just gonna use a temporary email for this. And let's go ahead and create our account, enter in our first and last name. I'm creating the website for myself. I'm not a student. And look, the reason why it's asking what kind of website you guys want to build is because it's going to give you some of the features to make it easier for you guys to customize it for your specific website. So because we did blog for the other one, let's just do blog for this one as well. And look, I know this whole WordPress Webflow topics can be a pain in the butt, and that's why we actually offer a free website setup for people that are setting up their very first website. So check out a link down in the description for more information on that. And once we've gone ahead and gone through all the information, all we got to do is just press exit out of the tutorial, and boom, it's going to present us with 2 different options. First, there's going to be a blank site, site, which is going to give us a blank page we can just create out of, or there's going to be a pre-built template, which is going to make it much easier for us to already start with something that's already there. So let's go with the template option. I've always been a fan of stars, so this velocity one looks really pretty, but if we scroll down, there's actually other options there, both paid and free. So if we go ahead and select velocity, we can actually name our site Ivan's top-notch site, and boom, let's create this bad boy. And look, once it's ready to go in front of us, this is going to be a completely different ballgame compared to WordPress. For example, if we go ahead and select this heading right over here, every way that we can actually modify it is going to be demonstrated on the right hand side. So with things such as font color, the font size, the font type, the background of the text, the borders, the radius, all those things can actually be modified, as well as the location, of course. It's not going to be like drag and drop, like you can't just move it around as you please. However, there are different ways you can do it through spacing or position of the object. And I know it's super easy to get lost in the weeds when it comes to Webflow. So what really helps me is the navigator tool right over here, as it has different sections, and within those sections there are actually containers within more different topics within those. So for example, the hero section, this most important one, it has a heading within it, but it also has a container that has more objects within those, like the subheadings and the div blocks. So as you can see, it's kind of like boxes within boxes within boxes. But here's the thing, so knowing basic HTML and CSS can really help with Webflow, because when you make the change to that biggest box, it affects every other little box within it. Now let me show you an example. As you can see here, I have the biggest box selected called the hero section. And if I go ahead and give it another tag called ITA, for example, ITA, and I go ahead and scroll down and italicize the text, all of the text within that section is going to be italicized. So those are the basics of how Webflow works. However, there's going to be easier parts to it as well. If you look on the left hand side, you can easily press the plus button, and there are different elements where you can easily drag and drop. So for example, if I want this paragraph somewhere, all I gotta do is just drag it wherever I want it in the navigation tab, and boom, it's gonna be right here. And you can easily edit it just by tapping on it. With all the assets that are provided, you can also modify them, which is what I think makes Webflow so great, as it makes it very straightforward. And in addition to that, if you guys make changes to, let's say, desktop or tablet or phone, you actually see how it affects each one of those platforms. All you gotta do to see that, you just click each one of them right over here and here. This way you can make sure that the formatting looks good. So the biggest advantage I'd say when it comes to comparing Webflow to WordPress is the fact that no plugins are really needed, right? Everything is within the platform itself. So all you gotta do after you kind of pick up along the steep learning curve, just figure out how it all works, and then you guys are gonna be good to go. And look, with different features like anything e-commerce related or CMS, you can easily click on those buttons and it's gonna give you so many options out there. Now let's get into the juicy part, the pricing. Now for most of you here, I would either go with the starter pack or the basic option. And as you guys can see, it's gonna be a little bit more costly compared to the WordPress options. And look, if you're someone that just wants to play around, see if Webflow is gonna be right for you, I will go with the free plan. That way you can actually create those 2 pages, see if Webflow is gonna be a good tool for you, and see if you actually like using it. But if you're serious about it, I'll go ahead and go with the basic, where you can have different features such as publishing your website, having 150 pages available on it, and even 500 form submissions. And pretty much the biggest differences when it comes to different plans will have to do with the traffic of visitors they're going to be visiting your website, and the amount of content we can actually store within the actual website itself. The more you guys grow, the more we can upgrade our plans. In conclusion, both WordPress and Webflow are going to be powerful tools for building websites. If you're looking for a platform that's a little bit more on the expensive side but has all within one place, I'll go Webflow, as it's going to be much more intuitive for you because the learning curve is going to be kind of the same for both platforms. However, if you want more flexibility when it comes to things like themes and plugins, WordPress might be a better solution for you. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really wish that it saved you some headache along the way. If you guys are interested in trying out either Webflow or WordPress for yourself, check out the links down below for those free trials and potential discount. And look, I know this whole process is tough, and that's why on this channel we'll make videos on how to start and grow your first website. However, if you're still struggling, we do have a service link down below that could help you with the setup of your first website completely for free. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Till next time, peace.